Please.
It would, Nima, because, well, first of all, there's a lot of Saudi investment in Turkey. And there's a lot of Turkey, especially real estate Turkish, big Turkish companies investment in Saudi. Very, very important because I will have an enormous chance to see this on the spot. I'll be in Istanbul, I think, in 2 weeks. So it would be great because then I'll see on the spot and talk to my local sources, academic scholars, sources, especially diplomats. What is Erdogan really up to? I'm sure. I'm sure they're going to tell me all sorts of crazy stories because most of them are secular Kemalists, and they are not particularly fond of Erdogan's shenanigans. But it will be great to get an inside view in Istanbul if Erdogan is really now making a strategic long-term move with enormous repercussions of, first of all, he will be accepted at BRICS. There's no question about that, number one. Number two, let's assume that Turkey enter BRICS formally next year. Strong possibility. What will be the US and NATO's reaction? You cannot be a member of both. It's out of the question because the war, one of the parameters of this war is that this is a Western war against BRICS. Don't forget that the three top so-called existential threats to the United States, according to the Americans, are Russia, China, and Iran, which we can say nowadays over and over again. These are the three crucial BRICS, even more than India. And we're going to see how India is going to behave next month in Kazan, because India wants to be on the forefront of BRICS, which they are not at the moment, because India considers itself a leader of the global south. So if you are a leader of the global south and you are within BRICS, you have to be on top. And for the moment, they're not. They are a side actor at best. So this means they have to make up their mind on what they're going to do with the Quad, if they're going to become an active member of Quad, or basically tell the Americans, okay, we're part of it, but not doing anything in practical terms. And of course, if they are willing to finally solve the remaining problems they have with China. And that's where Russia comes in, because Russia is the mediator between all sorts of India-China problems within BRICS and within the Shanghai Cooperation Organization as well. So this brings us to the key theme when I talk to people who are involved in the organization of BRICS. For instance, this week, one of my dinners was, one of the key persons in our dinner was a representative of the BRICS Business Council. So these people are right in the middle, in the thick of the action, you know. And they always say, yes, India, manage India-China is very complicated. The only ones who can pull that off are, of course, the Russians. And they have been trying for years, even to the point of Putin getting Modi and Xi in the same room, and Putin acting as the mediator in person. This already happened in past summits, very, very serious. So next month, we have an opportunity to have all these major global South actors finally getting their act together and starting to act as a cohesive whole. Very, very important. For instance, one of the persons in this dinner that we had this week, where they were basically briefing me in detail about a lot of stuff, de-dollarization, problems inside BRICS, expansion, etc. He said he remembered Henry Kissinger, and this was brilliant. I'm going to use this in a column. He said, when anybody wants to call BRICS, who do they call? Nobody knows. Nobody knows, in fact. Who are you going to call? Putin, Xi, both, the Iranians? Nobody knows, So you need some sort of, even if Lavrov is always saying we don't want to be a formal organization with a secretariat, rules, a stack of rules like that. But you need a cohesive agenda, and especially a framework and vision where people can pick up the phone, and if they speak with different actors, they're all going to